Hello and happy Friday Eve, everyone. I'm excited to be back sharing some really amazing recipes with you. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite vinaigrette style type coleslaw recipes that I think is perfect for spring and summer. I don't know about you guys, but with the brighter and longer daylight hours, and the warming temperatures, I'm really craving more raw veggies as opposed to my typical cooked veggies that I eat on a regular basis. So, this is one of my favorite recipes that I wanted to share with you today. And I'm going to also be sharing with you the nutrition information in the main ingredients as well. So, before we get started, though, for those of you who are new to my community and you're not familiar with who I am Jessica Melnick. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, the founder of the Anti Arthritis Method program, the host of the Happy Joints Arthritis Solutions Group, and I help both women and men with various forms of arthritis get back to living life the way that you choose to, not the way that you have to. So, as I said, we're going to be talking about my favorite, call it honey lime spring slaw recipe. And I'm going to be posting the link for the recipe below this post so that you're able to just click on that and you can download the recipe immediately. And it will also be on my YouTube channel as well. So let's talk about some of the main ingredients. So, like most slaw recipes, cabbage is a main ingredient. So let's talk about some of the benefits of cabbage for our bodies and what it can do for us. So let's talk a little bit about red cabbage. So in this recipe, I like to use a mix of red and green cabbage. You can use entirely red or entirely green. It's totally up to you. Red cabbage is one of the things that can really boost our immune system. It contains a ton of vitamin C, which is a really crucial antioxidant needed in order for our bodies to have strong immune systems. And it actually stimulates the activity of white blood cells, which forms the first line of defense for our immune system. And it's one of the top vitamin C foods on the planet. So kudos to red cabbage. And our immune system is also extremely vulnerable to oxidant and antioxidant balance, as uncontrolled free radical production can impair its function and defense mechanisms. And these free radicals can form in the body and promote tissue damage. So, not a good thing, of course, when you're already dealing with arthritis. So, however, antioxidants are the perfect defense mechanisms for the immune system, and they can help fight off intruders, including cancer. And additionally, vitamin C is important for the formation of collagen, which keeps our bodies and cells connected and solid. And those of you with arthritis, you probably are familiar with collagen and all the benefits that it has in our body as well. So, and due to its really high vitamin C content, red cabbage is a high antioxidant food that fights free radical damage and strengthens the immune system overall. It also fights inflammation and arthritis. So, double win. Red cabbage contains phytonutrients that may help reduce chronic inflammation. And one compound in red cabbage that may be responsible is called sulforaphane. And it's also found in many cruciferous vegetables, which I'm going to talk a bit about more in a minute, which is a potent inflammation killer. So, according to the Arthritis Foundation, eating a diet filled with anthocyanin-rich fruit and vegetables like red cabbage should be a part of arthritis patients' daily regimen. And these types of inflammatory foods may help naturally treat arthritis, inflammation, and arthritic complications. So, how amazing is that? Food is truly healing. And it can also reduce inflammation in the body. So, inflammation is a normal immune response designed to protect the body against illness and infection. But chronic inflammation, on the other hand, is at the root of most diseases and is believed to contribute to conditions like heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. One study in 2014, published by the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, showed that a higher intake of cruciferous vegetables was associated with up to a 25% reduction in markers of inflammation among 1,005 women. And reducing inflammation can also benefit inflammatory conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, ulcerative colitis, and asthma. So totally amazing and incredible. And when I'm referring to cruciferous vegetables, I'm referring to things like cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, those types of things. Those are all considered cruciferous vegetables. And really kale is in there as well. Another thing about cruciferous vegetables is they contain cancer fighting compounds. So they are packed with potent cancer fighting properties. So not only are they high in antioxidants, which can help neutralize cancer causing free radicals, but they also contain compounds like glucosinolates and indole 3 carbinol, which have been shown to ward off cancer. And there have been multiple studies showing an association between the consumption of cruciferous vegetables and cancer prevention. For example, one review comprised 94 studies and reported that a higher intake of cruciferous vegetables was linked to a lower risk of lung, stomach, colon, and rectal cancer. And cruciferous vegetables also help regulate blood sugar. So if anyone out there is pre-diabetic or diabetic, this can really help. So cruciferous vegetables really contain a good amount of dietary fiber, and fiber slows the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream, which prevents spikes and crashes in blood sugar. And not only that, fiber also helps food move slowly through the gastrointestinal tract undigested, which promotes satiety and warding off cravings. So it can really help if you're trying to lose a few pounds and you're trying not to overeat, because it really gives you that fullness and that bulk in your system. So just an added bonus there. Cruciferous vegetables also can help enhance your heart health, which is super, super important. And some studies have found that increasing your consumption of vegetables in general could decrease your risk of heart disease and heart problems. And one massive study that followed 134,796 adults over the average period of 10 years and found that a higher intake of vegetables, and especially cruciferous vegetables, was associated with a lower risk of death from heart disease. So, in addition to eating lots of cruciferous vegetables, there are plenty of other ways to reduce your risk of heart disease. So, things like minimizing your alcohol intake, quitting smoking, trying some natural stress relievers, and following a healthy diet and lifestyle to make a major impact on your heart health. Another wonderful thing for the women out there is that cruciferous vegetables can promote estrogen balance. And estrogen is the primary female sex hormone responsible for regulating the reproductive system. But however, too much estrogen can disrupt your balance of hormones and cause symptoms like bloating, irregular menstrual periods, a decreased sex drive, and headaches. So, thanks to the presence of indole 3 carbinol, which is a compound found in cruciferous vegetables, this helps regulate estrogen activity and metabolism. And not only that, the fiber that is in cruciferous vegetables will help excrete the excess estrogen from our bodies as well. So, very, very important being regular if you are having any type of hormonal imbalance. And also, especially for my clients who are aging, so anyone 40 and over, red cabbage in particular has a really high amount of vitamin K. And we know that vitamin K increases the amount of a specific protein required to maintain bone calcium, thus reducing the risk of osteoporosis. And women in particular seem to have a higher bone density when eating a diet high in vitamin K. So I know that's a concern for a lot of my clients, especially since some of the medications used for arthritis can contribute to osteoporosis. So let's talk about the difference between red cabbage and green cabbage. So they're both fantastic, amazing cruciferous vegetables, but red cabbage actually has more, a little bit more nutrition. So red cabbage contains about 85% of our daily vitamin C that our bodies need, while the green variety provides about 47%. So about double the amount of vitamin C. And red cabbage also has more vitamin C than oranges. So pretty amazing. And another tidbit, if you are a budget conscious shopper, if you check out the environmental working groups Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen, you're going to find red cabbage on the list of the environmental working groups clean 15, meaning it's one of the lesser, least sprayed crops out there. So if you are not able to afford to buy all organic produce, this is a safer option to buy red cabbage, inorganic, as it is less sprayed. So one other thing that's heavily in this slaw is cilantro. And cilantro is kind of one of those herbs that you either love or hate. Some people have a genetic predisposition that makes it taste like soap. But if you're one of the lucky people like myself who find it really refreshing and just adding a really cool flavor element to your food, this one's for you. So one amazing thing about cilantro is that it can actually help rid our bodies of heavy metals. So sometimes we have a buildup of heavy metals in our body systems and we're completely unaware of it. So sometimes having this buildup of toxins in our system that we're not even aware of can be causing all sorts of physical ailments that we're, not even aware of. So things like arsenic, cadmium, aluminum, lead, and mercury can take residence in our tissues, which is not a good thing because this can lead to heart disease, hormonal imbalances, neurological conditions, infertility, and many other conditions. And what cilantro can do, it's actually been shown to bind these toxic metals together, loosening them from the tissue and facilitating their elimination from the body. So how incredible is that? And cilantro also helps protect us against oxidative stress. And this kind of stress is linked to a wide array of degenerative diseases, including cancer, heart disease, arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, macular degeneration, and more. And this herb, the cilantro's really strong antioxidant properties is in part due to the flavonoid quercetin, which helps protect against the damage caused by free radicals in the body. So, if you don't want to take quercetin supplements, you can add some cilantro to your regular diet. It can also help lower blood sugar levels again, just like cruciferous vegetables. So super, super important if you are pre-diabetic, you've ever had blood sugar issues, or you're diabetic. So it also supports healthy liver function as well, which also, like I said, in turn helps regulate our blood sugar too. And it supports heart health. So, and it promotes heart health by reducing several risk factors for heart disease. So one study showed that cilantro benefits cholesterol and triglyceride levels in the body by helping lower them. So really, really important for heart health. And it's also found that it can help prevent oxidative damage that is specifically associated with heart disease. So again, guys, this is just a couple really great examples of how food is medicine and can be very, very healing. And so try out the slaw recipe. It's got everything in there and more. I'm not going to go through all the benefits of every single ingredient, but every ingredient that is in the slaw is joint friendly, good for your body, and it also tastes amazing. So like I said, I'm going to be posting the link for this recipe right below this post. And it will also be uploaded to my YouTube channel where you'll be able to access the link there as well. So that is it for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoy the recipe. Try it out this weekend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope the sun is shining where you are. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next week.